Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Oblivion, Quest Mods. Alright, gotta go find Brend and start to end this thing.
Greetings, Khajiit.
Okay, here's
Please.
Brend.
It's my pleasure.
Ramana sent me... yes, I have heard quite a bit about you. As I understand, you have been very helpful to the Knights so far. Thanks in part to your efforts, I believe we are now in a position to put an end to this rebellion, once and for all. However, we should discuss what has transpired while you are searching Hondo first. What happened? I believe the attack at Fort Lucy was an isolated incident, not some coordinated effort. We are not sure why, but it appears the attack was ordered by the Saint, not Gruff, as the letter indicated. While you should take some precautions, we do not believe there is an assassin hiding behind every corner. You should be relatively safe in town. Anything else? Unexpected. For some reason, the Legion released the rebel witch, Elvita. They claim they have evidence that Ophia was really behind the crime they were investigating. So Elvita was released and Ophia was arrested instead. It is a setback that will hamper our efforts. So we will need to deal with that, but later. Right now we need to discuss our plans to end this rebellion. Stop the factional fighting and unmask the Saint as quickly as possible. It drains our meager resources and makes us increasingly unpopular with the townsfolk. The only way for this is going to be possible is by finding the Varo family ring and proving my right to secession. Yes, I know you've been sent on a wild goose chase before, but this time the rumors seem a little less vague. Less vague? It said there is someone in Windfall who actually has seen it recently. Of course, by the time the rumors reached my ears, it was impossible to identify who that someone actually was. But you can do what I can't, which is walk around the town and ask. Any idea where to start? No. Just return to me when you have news. I mean, I guess I got that from the note, and also I met him and I read his diary. But sure, the Saint is your brother, Stylus. What? That's insane. Stylus is not in Windfall. He was banished a long time ago. But gods, if it were him, it would explain a lot. I must think this news through. One thing is certain, though. I must acquire the ring with the greatest possible haste. If he were to get a hold of it first... ...
Well met.
Varo family ring.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, I don't think you guys are gonna help at all.
Good day. Take care. Well met. Good day.
Go ahead, please.
Varo family ring. To be honest with you, I've heard so many rumors about it, I've stopped listening. It's seen so many places I have believed that there are multiple copies of it. It wouldn't surprise me, except that it's not around for anyone to copy. Why don't you try Perius? I'm sure he's around here somewhere. He's been hanging around ever since he lost his job at the warehouse. Been drinking a lot too. Friend to anyone willing to buy around. So I'll try Perius.
What do you want? Go ahead,
here's
please.
Oscar. Varo family ring. I can tell you of 20 sightings, all rubbish, but Marvian was babbling about an important secret the other day. Chances are it's nothing to do with the ring, but who can see into the mind of that drunk? In fact, I'll bet he's still sitting in the Thirsty Peasant.
Enough talk.
So far my hints are two drunks, which aren't currently here.
Hello. Enough talk.
Well. Hi there.
Okay, here's Perius.
It's my pleasure.
You know what I know? I sure don't, but if I was there, it needs a bit more than you just... Okay, so I need to ask, need to get a clue from someone else before he'll give me a clue. That's what I'm guessing.
Leave me alone. What?
important secret. My secret, and I ain't telling nothing, and you never guess, never ever. But I'm running short on gold, so. What? In exchange for some refreshment, of course. But how do I get in it? The problem isn't getting him to talk, he does plenty of that. The problem is getting him to make sense.
I'm done talking to you.
What?
I did. What?
Varo family ring? Well. I do have information you want, maybe, but I'm not so foolish as to give it away for nothing. If you want it, you have to pay for 100 septims. Fine, I'll pay. I have someone in town claims to have seen the ring in somebody else's house.
Leave me alone.
What can I do for
Varo family ring. I overheard Rolina Strongarm and Knee-High talking. I think one of them has some information you might be interested in.
be seeing you?
Now, you guys have heard more after I talked to those drunks?
Well,
No. So, it must be...
why do you bother me? What can I do?
No, neither one of them.
Take Chase.
Now try the drunk again.
Yes?
It's my pleasure.
Varo family ring in a house, you say? Maybe I do remember hearing something, but what's in it for me if I tell you? Nice bottle of Cyrodiil brandy. It's very most. I want the good stuff, the private stock. Then I'll tell you. I already have one. You are a star, my friend. I can't afford to drink the good stuff normally. And for this, I'll tell you what the rumor originates from. A woman who lives in the slums, but I can't recall the name. I'd tell you for another bottle if I knew it, but sadly I don't.
Fine.
Yeah, and I got that bottle from the Legion
What do you want?
headquarters, in like the commander's office.
Stop talking.
Alright, so now let's talk to
Why
Marvin
go
again. Important secret. Found out about the slums, did you? So what can you get me to drink? Really partial to this drink I grew up when I was in Vardenfell Flame. Isn't easy to come by, but I understand that Maria Giuliano has a crate of it secreted in her shop. Also hear that Tuvia keeps them around for medicinal purposes. Give you the name you want. Didn't you do well? I'd give you a gold medal, except I haven't any gold. Anyhow, I always does what I say. Seeing the ring is Calcentia Romania. She's a cleaner. But don't tell her where you got her name or I'll set the dogs on you. Alright.
Just go away.
So I'm guessing I had already stolen that beer from one of those shops.
What?
Calcentia Romania, she lives in the slums, but she had to take work over at the Legion headquarters cleaning, dusting, and whatnot.
Enough talk.
What do you want?
Calcentia Romania, that's me, the cleaner. Do you have work for me? Varo family ring. Hi. What are you asking me? You said you'd seen it. I'm afraid I've been misreported. You know, some people seem to have it in for everybody. You can understand why some of these miladies and their self-important airs and graces are sorry. What did you want again? You said you'd seen it. Oh well, since you've been so very sweet to me, I suppose I can tell you. I clean up at the Legion headquarters, and I'm sure I saw the very ring you described. It was in Fracus's quarters when I saw it, but don't let anyone know it was me that mentioned it. So the Legion has it. Now the door's locked. Oops. Too much. I'm not stupid. You neither look nor sound drunk. You are definitely mistaken. I intend to make sure we should. You really gonna kill me?
Am I supposed to be impressed?
Was I supposed to report back first? Okay, I should let Brend know first.
What is it, citizen?
And they don't care. Okay, so I wasn't supposed to come here yet. Right, here's Brend.
A pleasure to...
So, Varo family ring. Fracus, that must be a mistake. No one could have been more loyal than Fracus to the Varo family. Well, to my father at least. There are probably rings that look a bit like it when viewed quickly or from a distance. True, Fracus was with my father at the end, but he would never betray my father's wishes like that. No, I can't believe that. Look, you'd better check it out. I'd like you to stop this rumor before it gets out of control. I'll need to see this ring myself. It is the only sure way to prove this false and put an end to it. But be discreet. Fracus is a proud man. I don't want him to think I am questioning his loyalty to my father. Need to see it? You'll have to find a way to get the ring. You can search the premises yourself if you'd like the challenge, or perhaps you could persuade the cleaner to get it for you. Truth is, I don't care how you get it. What I do care about is Fracus. Under no circumstance is he to be harmed in any way. I'll need to know a lot more about this ring before I'll allow any action to be taken against him.
Take care.
Alright, so back to the Legion.
Stage your...
Yeah.
Move along.
So it's still 2 AM, so he's asleep. Oh, there's a hidden wall thing, that's what it is. Varo family ring. I am looking for it. I'm sure Brend is anxious to get a look at this one. And Fracus's journal. And then just walk out while he's still sleeping. Fracus's journal. Troubles, unexpected, but I should be careful judging anything at face value. But I'm still an outsider. Revenge that would be for Brend's outrageous behavior towards his own father. So I think it says something about how his father didn't trust his sons to be able to rule and told him to hide it, or he's hiding it out of spite for how they treated their father. Count is taken ill and Brend is nowhere to be found. And then Brend does a bunch of stupid stuff. Yeah. Alright, talk to Varo again.
Well met.
I have the ring. I can hardly believe it. This is the ring indeed. What is Fracus trying to do? Could he have forgotten it? Is he waiting for the infighting to end? Has he some other ulterior motive? We must confront him. Confront him. Learn the truth and then deal with him accordingly. I will let you be the judge of that. All I would ask is that you do not kill him unless there's absolutely no other way. I do owe him a great debt for the way he looked after my father. And more to the point, if he dies, the Legion will kick up such a stink that they may appoint someone else to run Windfall. Try to compromise if you can. Alright. So, back to the Legion again.
Of my ear, citizen.
Thank you for all your service that you have done for me in the past 5 minutes. Yeah, I'll use the autosave. Okay. So, here's Fracus. Gotta confront him.
There's evil afoot, citizen.
Varo family ring. It has been lost, so I hear. And found in your room. What a nonsensical thing to say. Brend Varo has it now. Brend, that incompetent headcase Why did you hide it? I have no idea what you are talking about. Stop pretending, it's been found. Are you threatening me? Brend wants to know why, that's all. That's all? He can't guess, he needs to ask. Quite honestly, that alone justifies my actions. Alconius was a kind and compassionate ruler. His sons are nothing like their father. What were you planning? The sons couldn't trouble themselves enough to come and see their father when he was dying. They didn't even attend his funeral. Yes, I worked for him, but at least I loved him. The unnatural pair loves no one but themselves. Oh, and power. Yes, they love power. Why should I have helped them? The Count loved his sons. Fathers are often blind to the faults of their children, but I am not. Let them fight each other until they bankrupt each other and fall apart with exhaustion. I will step in and pick up the pieces. The Imperial City will back me. You can be sure of that. You caused all of this. Perhaps I set the rebellion in motion, but true leaders could have resolved this without bloodshed. Brend has alienated the peasants with his arrogance and disregard. This would have been inevitable. The saint has shown little regard for the people that stand in the way of his quest for power. They still act like the spoiled brats they truly are, even though both sides are almost spent. Soon the city will collapse completely, then the Legion will need me to take direct control of Windfall. With the Legion's support, I will be the next ruler of Windfall, which is what Alconius should have done anyway. What would Alconius think? What? He thinks nothing at all anymore. Why bring that on him up? He was your liege. Yes, he was, and the best man I have ever followed. I would have given my life to save him. Yet you betrayed his wishes. Well, but the sons... Oh, what does it matter? You are right, of course. This isn't how it was supposed to be. Originally, Alconius wanted his sons to run Windfall together. But with the trouble between them, that was not possible, so the task was left to Brend alone. Alconius knew Brend wasn't ready for that kind of responsibility. He knew it so well. Oh my. On his deathbed, Alconius asked me to support and guide Brend until he was a capable leader. In my grief and anger, I did not see the wisdom of his request. Oh, Alconius, what have I done? I may not have be involved in this rebellion, but my inaction is just as shameful. I must redeem myself. You can't stay here now. I suppose you are right. I doubt anyone will trust my counsel now, nor would I blame them. I am too close to the problem. The Legion will stay and protect the innocents, as it should. But I will return to Cyrodiil and request a replacement. Perhaps you can repair the damage I allowed. Okay.
Move along, you worthless filth.
So we appealed to his good nature, to his loyalty, and didn't have to kill him. And now, to go to Brend. I don't think I'm supposed to be, like, ambushed by anyone.
A pleasure to
Fracus. He is leaving? Well done. That deserves a bonus, but now we must move swiftly to make the most of our advantage. Let me give you your next task. Next task. We must move on at once. Before the Legion has a chance to reorganize, I need you to get Ophia out of jail. Discreetly or otherwise. That is up to you. We won't pay any bounty you incur, if that affects your thinking. Once Ophia is free, come back to for your next assignment. I may need expenses. We pay upon successful completion, you know that. Besides, this is for the good of the knights. Once the rebellion is over, as one of my captains, I will make sure that you are properly rewarded. In the meantime, I'm afraid any favors you buy will have to come out of your own pocket. I see. Jail is supposed to be very secure. I know very few buildings that don't have at least one weak spot. Besides, there's everything that's happened. The guards may be lax standing. Your watch is on your way there. Who's replacing Fracus? It will take some time for the Legion to get word that the Windfall detachment has lost its officers. Longer still to get replacements here. Until then, I believe the Sergeant Calcentia Gravius is in command. Right.
Good day.
And now, back to the Commerce District again.
What is it, citizen?
I love you. Alright.
This had better be good.
Oh, pff, what are you doing? The jail is sealed until further notice. Now get out of here.
There's no problem.
Ophia. Don't know much about her. Don't really care either. First one women killed those people, and then another did. Either way, just swing for it. But what if she's innocent? Guilty, innocent, right, wrong, those aren't my job. I get paid to stand here, so I stand. What if I pay more? Pay for what? To free her. At the risk of life and limb? Risk can be insured at a high premium. How high? Too high for you. Could I persuade you to reconsider? Doesn't pay well, and with all the officers gone, anything is possible. How much do you really need?
State your bid. Go ahead. Yeah, you're good.
How much do you really need? Now that I think it over, this is worth 450 cents. Sure.
Good morning.
Hello.
You have my ear, citizen.
Wait, is he gonna...
Well, a pleasure.
It's time to leave. Believe me, I'm not here because I thought this was some vacation spot. I'm only here because of the slight problem with the door. It isn't open.
Farewell.
Yes, it is. It's unlocked. Were you the one I just talked to? Okay.
A pleasure.
It's time to leave. Thanks for paying my way out. Okay, yeah, so he did
Be
just
seeing you.
Well met.
free her. So I'm guessing the other way would be to come in through the sewers, but then you might still have to kill a guard or two. Oof.
I'm waiting.
Don't attack
Stop
Ophia.
talking. Enough.
I suppose I should thank you for getting me out of jail, so thanks. But I can manage from here. Alright. So, gotta inform Brend. Have a nice bed.
How are you?
For once I'm taller than someone.
Well met.
Thea's out of jail. Congratulations. I knew you could get this done. In addition to my gratitude, here is 350 septims. Now we must move on. I'd like to get you started on your next task as soon as you are ready. Next task. We need current information about my brother's plans if we are to end this rebellion quickly. Stylus was always very meticulous, too meticulous for his own good. That will work to our advantage. Somewhere there is a book or log or something that will list every operation they have in progress. It will tell us what they are doing, who is doing it, and what the current status is. I want that book. You're the person who is going to get it for me. Now, do you want the good news first or the bad news? Bad news. Pragmatism, a needed trait in your line of work, I imagine. Very well, I'll give you the straight. City streets are no longer safe for you. Of course, you are safe in the wealthy district while our guards patrol, but in the slums you are not safe at all. We heard rumors that the rebel guards are instructed to kill you on sight. We don't know if they will chance this in the merchant district where the Legion is in control, and we don't know how the Legion will react if they do. I doubt the Legion will attack you directly, but without their officers watching over them, they may look the other way if you are attacked. And the good news? It seems the rebels move this operations log around constantly. I guess they want to limit the chance we will get a hold of it, so they move it around. As luck would have it, we know exactly where the log book is right now, but you must move quickly. We do not know how long it will be before they move it again. Where's the log? In the basement of the Righteous Hall, where the guards can keep an eye on it. The guards? You know, the ones that want to kill you. Oh, those guards. I won't deny it. This will not be easy, but your job is to get this log, preferably without getting yourself killed. Return once you have obtained the log. Okay.
Be seeing you.
I'm coming home. Someone shooting arrows at me? Yeah, I'm pretty sure she'll attack me. Alicia.
Well,
You're so slow, Ophia. Does she see me? Oh, good, she's facing the other way. I'll use the sewers in the jail. Wait, did I get an update? No. So from the jail cells, I can get to the Righteous Hall basement in the sewers. Now there's usually a guard or two down here, so I'd have to watch out for them. I think there's sometimes a guard here. Yep, there's the guard. Move very slowly. Close the door. Okay, here it is. Righteous Operations Log. Ventura Ariel has been discovered. She's missing or likely dead. Since then, the lack of information about the night's operation has hampered our efforts. Need a new informant. Marvel Noland. Into acquiring new informant. Status active. Cash is running low. Lost our last shipment. Find a new... I wonder if this changes depending on how you do the quests. Probably not. April Flowers is back. She must have information about Acricia's whereabouts. Have Alicia contact her. Wait a few days before making contact. And I think that's Brend's wife that's supposedly dead. Begin the preparing team to raid the knight's food supplies. Meantime, this will be extremely risky. Hold off. Locate limited funds secured through one-time source, but a steady income required before these funds run out. Time to get back to friendly territory. Just need to make sure she doesn't see me. Wait, that's right, they walk in between the abandoned house and the righteous hall, so I should be safe this way. Huh? Quest update? I'm in friendly territory. Alright, let's go to Brend.
Is a privilege. Morning.
There it goes.
How goes it?
Alright, here's
I
Brend.
hope I can.
I have the logbook. Good. The information in the book will be extremely helpful. Let me have a look at it. Here, take this for a job well done. Find anything interesting? What's this? I have an urgent mission for you as soon as you feel ready. Urgent mission. The book you acquired contains several interesting pieces of information. There's one that I'm particularly concerned with. It mentions someone who may know the whereabouts of Acretia. Acretia? Have you not come across the name before? She is my wife, kidnapped from me by my traitorous brother Stylus. But it seems that there is someone who might know where she is, a woman called April Flowers. Find this April Flowers and get that information out of her at whatever cost. I don't care what it takes. My wife must be freed from the clutches of that unnatural sibling. April Flowers, according to the log, she is staying at the Weary Traveler for the time being. Use caution. One of Stylus's lackeys may be watching her.
Goodbye.
Alright. Time to go back to my buddy. I'm gonna have to leave soon, and I'm gonna miss using these console commands to go back and forth. She's still standing over there. It's morning. Go away. April Flowers. April Flowers. Don't smirk. I didn't name myself, you know. Acretia. I wondered when someone would ask me about her. I suspected there was more than one party interested in her. Fortunately for you, my work is freelance, which means the information goes to the highest bidder. How much? Not money. I want to do a service. Many years ago, my mother died. She told me that she had left a nest egg for me, but I never found it. I have searched for her belongings many times. The only thing I found was a reference to a book. The book? Mystery of the Gorvet Diamond. I have sought out many copies, but never found one. Will you investigate it for me? Afraid I have no choice. Oh good. I just wish I knew more to help. I do hope you are successful. It would be wonderful to be able to give up this precarious existence. You can hardly call it living. It's not much to go on. I would talk to someone who sells books. I can't imagine it is a copy from a bookstore, as I have been into them many times. Maybe a general merchant, perhaps I've missed one. Assume it's here in town, or at least was, perhaps shoved in some forgotten corner somewhere.
I'm done talking to you.
I could have sworn I saw that book somewhere. Oh yeah, I have it. See?
Make it.
Shh. What do you want from me? Okay, it's a specific copy. Alright, here's Reginald.
It's my place.
Corvette Diamond book. If I have any, I've forgotten about them. Feel free to look around though. If I have what you want, I'll be happy to sell it.
You too.
Oh, there we go. As you open the book, the key falls out. What do you wish to do with the key? Pocket the key. I have a key, but a key to what? Perhaps April has some idea. This might be what she was looking for. I will talk to her. And he didn't notice. Good. Run. Oh.
Something on your mind for a liquor?
Back to April Flowers.
What?
Corvette Diamond book. A key. You found a key in the book? Assuming it was the right book. A key to what? I was hoping you would know. This doesn't look like the key to the place we used to rent. There was no other place that I know of. After she died, I started cleaning out her boxes. I don't recall any locked boxes or chests. On her deathbed, all she talked about was the marshes. She was old, and I put it down on her mind beginning to go. But maybe I was too hasty with that assumption. She used to talk about exploring when she was younger. I recall she liked to swim over to the marshes east of the lagoon's entrance. She was afraid of the marshes themselves. Unnatural noises coming inside the marsh area, so she stuck to the beach area. Maybe she found a hideaway in some old cave or ruin. If so, it would be close to the beach. But I just don't know.
I'm done talking to you.
More stuff to do. So I did some exploring earlier. Found a few places, so I think it might be this one. Solace Cave. Alright, so in the Solace Caves there's a hidden chest over here. Yep. Open the container with the key. This must be the nest egg. So a ring and 1,000 gold. I can probably lie and just say, oh, there was just this ring. Right, back to April. Nest egg. You found something? What did you find? Just a ring. A ring and 1,000 septims. Oh, thank you. No more of these sleazy investigative jobs for me. This won't last a lifetime, but it's enough for me to get out of this line of work. Now, what did you want to know? Lucretia. I'll tell you what I know. Lucretia has changed her name to Jane Doe. She now lives and works in the lonely Escort. It is a house of ill repute. Don't worry, I'll mark your map. I do not think her husband will want her back, but who can say? Love plays strange tricks on the infatuated. Goodbye, friend.
Go on.
Okay, she likes me, so now let's deal that 1,000 gold. No. Can't.
Someone should teach you some manners. The Nibony Basin, great.
So I also found that. So the lonely Escort over here.
It's you.
Okay.
Hi.
Yes?
Jane Doe. She's our best. She's full service chambermaid and only comes with the overnight room. Talk to Rothgar. Lucretia, never heard of her. Now, do you want some companionship or not? No.
Go ahead, please. Be seeing you.
Yes?
Lucretia, never heard of her.
Have a look around. You won't find better prices in all.
So I'm looking for companionship. It costs 50 septims an hour. Pay me and then just choose your escort. You interested? No, thank you. I think he'd bed. We have one room available. The cost is 100 gold, and that includes a chambermaid. That may not be your style. It's all I have. I'll take it. Alright then, enjoy your stay. I'm sure you will find the accommodations quite relaxing. Wink. Alright, so here's Jane Doe.
What?
Acretia. Who?
I'm listening.
Acretia. That is a name I haven't used for a long time. How did you know I was she? April Flowers. So she betrayed me in the end. I guess I should have seen that coming. What do you want with me? Brend wants you back. Ha. I think not. Why should I go back to a man whose idea of love was to treat me like a piece of furniture? Oh yes, a very beautiful and precious piece of furniture, but his possession nonetheless. What shall I tell him? Well, my disguise has been uncovered. I will leave Windfall forever now, but take him this letter. It will at least make my position clear, and hopefully he will give up his search for me. Don't bother coming back. I will be gone by the time you deliver this.
Well met.
Krisha, said everything I have to say. Wanna bet I can deliver things very fast.
Hi there. It's my pleasure.
Acretia. You found her, and she gave you a letter. I must see it. Here it is. What is this? Acretia never wrote this letter. She loved me to distraction. She said so all the time. I now see that you have fallen in love with her as well. You made this up so you could keep her for yourself, or someone else has lined your pockets to write such a thing. Get out of my sight. But, no, you did not accept every task that was laid before you, and some of the tasks were difficult and dangerous. No, you did accept, okay. I will not lose sight of that. Talk to Arcalius. There may still be more for you to do for the knights. But never show your face to me again. Now go. He didn't like the note. Huh? There she is. There's your wife. You're reunited.
I hope I can be seeing you.
Okay, here's Arcalius.
It's my pleasure.
Brend sent me. He threw you out. He is getting delusional. We cannot allow this state of affairs to continue, or he will ruin us all. How could he dismiss one of the best workers we have? This is just the latest example of his madness. I'm afraid he is no longer fit to lead the knights, let alone rule the city. I don't like where this is going. I have been talking with the others, and we are in agreement. Ending the rebellion is necessary, and good for the city. But ever since Brend found out that the saint was styleless, this has degraded into a blood feud, and that is a different matter. Brend is no longer thinking clearly. I think the stress of the family matters have driven him mad. He has not left the throne room since you went to look for Acretia. Meanwhile, the city teeters on a brink of collapse. This has to end. We need to focus on the rebellion. Please, for all our sakes, try to persuade him to stand down. Me? While we agree that Brend must step down, at least temporarily, no one else can approach him. You must remember, we have known Brend all our lives. We have been friends since we were children. If we approach him, he will see it as another betrayal, much like his brother has done. He will never listen to us. In addition, there is the matter of who should lead once Brend is removed. While we are all old friends, we all have been involved in the city's politics too long. If one of us takes power, old rivalries will surface which will split the knights. That would hand victory to the rebels, which is something we must avoid. Simply put, you are the best chance we have to persuade Brend to step down peacefully and end this rebellion. And if he won't, if he cannot be persuaded, well, Brend must be removed from power, either temporarily or permanently. I will say that whatever the outcome, all but one of the other knights would support you. All but one? Brend has a personal bodyguard. He is very taciturn. I have no idea what he feels. It's hard to believe he can ignore Brend's increasing rationality, but loyalty is paramount in his mind. If it comes to a fight, he might support Brend. Or not. I just don't know.
Goodbye.
Now I gotta go back to Brend. It must be time for my break. Good luck. Okay, there we go. So, here's Brend. What? You have the arrogance to come here to my throne room of all places, even when I gave you specific instructions that you were never to show your face to me again? Step down. What? How dare you suggest such a thing? This is the worst crisis Windfall has ever faced. The future of the city is at stake, and there is a betrayal at every corner, and my dastardly brother is at large. How could you even suggest such a thing at a time like this? Just look around the city. Look at everything that has been done, and my brother is behind it all. He has been the bane of my existence. Who better to lead Windfall out of these problems than I? Who better to best my brother than I? I have defeated him once before, and I shall do it again. You never defeated Stylus. Of course I did. I fought him after Gracia told me what had happened. No, your father handled that. No matter, I shall best him if I have to burn down the entire city to do it. And what of Windfall? I am Windfall. And what of its people? They are just a bunch of ungrateful peons. And have they got to do with this? This is personal. It is between my brother and I, and woe to anyone who gets in my way. As such, you cannot lead the knights. I am unfit to lead. Why, you impotent scab, I would prove you wrong with my sword. So I guess I can kill him. Lost your support. How does this solve anything? Once I get rid of you, I can concentrate on Stylus. And what of the knights? They will do what they are told. They know what is at stake. They no longer support you. What? Calcentia, Fracus, Romanius, and Spendit, they are my friends. They will stand behind me. They support me in this. The rebellion, not the blood feud. They are one and the same. No, they aren't. My brother leads the rebellion. Kill him and it will end the rebellion. He did start this rebellion after all. Your arrogance started it. What do you mean? I am the Count. I run this city as I see fit. Is that how your father did it? No, my father felt too much for the people, always listening to their whiny complaints, helping them out. Holidays and festivals, bah, a waste of Varo money. I never understood why he did those things. He had peace and prosperity. Yes, he did, but that won't resolve the situation with Stylus, and that must be resolved. I cannot overlook what he did to Gracia. Your brother never hurt her. My family affairs are precisely that, mine. They are not your concern. Why not seek reconciliation? He will pay for seeking my blood with his own. You loved your brother once, you broke trust. You took her word over his. She loved me. Which makes it true? Doesn't matter now, she is gone and I will never see her again. And that ends the issue with Stylus. That may be true. With the Gracia gone, perhaps my brother and I could resolve our differences. But I need to end this rebellion before I can talk to him. Without the supports of the knight, how can I? What options do I have? I can't just hand the throne over to Stylus. Step down, at least for now. There may be merit in what you suggest. Perhaps the family matters are a distraction. Without these complications, perhaps a way could be found to resolve this rebellion. In the end, it may not matter. Without the support of the people or the knights, I cannot win this rebellion. Someone else might be able to gain the support I have lost. Very well. For everyone's sake, I will step aside. I will remain here with the castle, but I will relinquish control of the knights to you. At least until you have ended the rebellion. After that, I make no promises. I will need to talk to Stylus before I can make any promises. Go now. Tell the others I have placed you in command.
It's my pleasure.
Alright, you heard him. I'm in command.
You see.
Kill him. Kill him. Kill him. No. Okay. So, guess go back to our Callius. Yeah. Move to player.
Hello. A pleasure.
Brend has stepped down. That is good news indeed. Maybe once this rebellion is over, Brend will be able to return to the throne. I guess you realize that there is only one thing left to do. Get some rest if you want, but we must discuss ending the rebellion. In this rebellion. Given the recent events, this shouldn't come as any surprise. Time has come to end this rebellion. One way or another, we need peace. Acquiring it is being left in your hands. You will have to find Stylus and talk to him. There's simply no other way at this point. We know that Stylus is hiding somewhere in the slums. We do not believe he's holed in Righteous Hall, but that would be too obvious. Wherever he is, it isn't openly known. That would seem to rule out the shops. We have had people in and out of those. That isn't all either. You can't expect to just walk into the slums. The guards will attack you. I'm sure you realize that you must go alone. Sending guards with you will only cause a bloodbath. As head of the Knights, you are the only one who can do this, but we will accept whatever peace you gain. I will await your return to the throne room. Good luck. A count? Question mark. Alright.
What can I do for you? I'm through talking to you.
So, one final visit to my old friend. So I go this way and then go around that way. Okay. Okay, so looks like they doubled up the guard a little. More Window and Alicia. There we go. So I'm guessing I do have to walk in front of this guard.
Leave me alone.
Well, what do we have here? Is it? Could it be? Why yes, it is the hero of the Knights. And you walked right into my hands, willingly. I wouldn't believe it if it wasn't, seeing it with my own eyes. You must know that my righteous guards have a standing order to kill you on sight, and yet you came here anyway. Before we kill you, which we will get to shortly, you have piqued my curiosity. What foolishness would have caused someone such as yourself to recklessly walk into a hornet's nest? Tell me, why are you here? Here to end the rebellion. Really, and just how do you intend to accomplish that? Did you plan to conquer us all by yourself? Perhaps surrender is what you had in mind. It matters not. Brend is count, and it is Brend that must speak. Did my cowardly brother really think he could just send a lackey to do his work? Brend has stepped down. That figures. The going gets tough, and Brend runs for cover. Doesn't change anything. He shall still die by my blade. But enough small talk. Who speaks for the Knights? I do. And what fool put you in charge? Do you really expect me to believe that you have the full support of the Knights? Archelaus, Romanius, and the others have lived in Windfall their entire lives, and they choose some newcomer to lead them. Things at the castle must be worse than I thought. Regardless, I speak for the Knights. As you wish. I realize, of course, that it is no longer important who leads the Knights. With my brother out of the way, I am now the rightful heir to the throne. Not so fast. Oh, do you plan to resist? Does that not make the Knights the rebels? Is that your plan? Why come here? Again, exactly why are you here? Here to end the rebellion? Enough of this. You realize I can just kill you and take the throne. I'm showing infinite patience discussing this. Perhaps you want to guarantee or concessions before you surrender. I can't say I blame you. I would do the same. Very well. Surrender, and I will not kill anyone who swears his allegiance to me. Is that good enough? If not, tell me what you want, but I warn you, I tire of these games. I accept, we surrender, you cannot rule either, I claim the throne with your death. So, you cannot rule either. I am a Varo. Windfall belongs to me now. Too much blood on your hands. So what? You must step aside for now. How dare you suggest such a thing? My brother may have been removed from the throne, but that doesn't end this. I intend to eradicate every memory of him and his followers. Until that is accomplished, there can be no peace. What will that solve? It will give me the satisfaction I deserve. I was wrongfully accused and betrayed. I intend to correct that. My brother ruined my life. I have the right to destroy him and everything he loved, even if that means I have to destroy the entire city. You should reconcile with Brand. Why? You loved your brother once. He broke trust. I showed him honor and respect. Lucretia loved me, and I rejected her because she was his wife. Lucretia is gone. Does it matter now? It should end the issue with Brend. It removes the cause, but not remedy his actions. He has never apologized, never tried to contact me. He has stepped down. That is true. It doesn't prove anything, but it does show that he may be willing to listen to reason. Perhaps it is time to end this rebellion and see if we can put our differences aside. Very well. For the good of Windfall, I will submit to you. I will meet with my brother. I will accompany you to the castle. So, here's the site. Meeting with Brand.
It's my pleasure.
No? No?
It's my pleasure.
Stylus has surrendered. That is ideal. The rebellion is over, and we have a lasting peace. Well done. It is what we had hoped you would do. What now? Now that the rebellion is over, we need to go about rebuilding the government and indeed the city itself. We owe you a debt of gratitude. There is no question we could not have accomplished this without your help. In addition to acquiring the peace we desperately needed, you avoided unnecessary bloodshed. You have proven yourself to be a capable negotiator and a force for peace. I can't think of anyone better to lead us through these troubled times. We think you will make a wonderful count, and are appointing you to that position. Count, but I have things to do. Don't worry, no one expects you to handle the day-to-day operations of Windfall. Between the knights and the righteous, there are enough of us left to manage the daily affairs of the city. But with you on the throne, we will have support from all parties, which is something we need now. Of course, you may use the Count's chambers whenever you are in town. We wish to reward you for your efforts in addition to 2,000 septums. What type of weapon would you prefer? Short sword. Very well, as you wish. May this short sword serve you as well as you have served us. Now, if you will excuse me. Yep. So if you do everything right, you get 2,000 gold and a short sword at the end, and the title of Count.
It is well met.
Is there anything else I can do? Not for me, thank you. You have reunited Stylus and I, and that is enough. We will be leaving Windfall. The Varo reign is at its end. Take care of Windfall. She is a good city when she has the right leaders. Good luck to you.
It's my pleasure.
Is there anything else I can do? Not for me, thank you. Yeah, same exact words. Okay, I'll just sit here. So yeah, it's a pretty nice mod. There's still a lot of, there's little side quests and little collecting things you can still do, like the armor and the books, the diaries, and also the Order of the Candles, little conflict with Alexander. I'll probably go through that, but I don't think I'll go through all the little side quests and things. And Yeah. See you next time. Maybe do something else with this character now.